How do you keep your mindset as a growth mindset?
To find happiness in life, we are not chasing title, we are not chasing fame. How can you find joy within what you're doing? Find the happiness with what you have. And then I realized, actually that's how I got here.
You don't mind the female leading a little bit?
I don't mind at all because it's a partnership. I want you to look beautiful too.
You felt that there's not quite enough representation for Chinese dancers.
There's always a possibility with any race to do anything. I could be a prince if I needed to. I could be the character that they have never seen an Asian person to play. I'm not only dancing for myself anymore. I'm dancing for a community that has been lack of opportunities. And now I'm like, what I can do for the next generation. I don't have to get nervous before I go on stage. And that's a huge power that you could have.
Chun Wai, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's an honor to have you here. And I know you've just flown in from New York this morning.
From Chicago, literally.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So thank you so much for squeezing this in.
Thank you for having me.
You're here in London about to perform Turn It Out with Tyler and Friends at Sadler's Wells. Tell us how that's been going with the preparation.
It's been so fun. This production, it was like on and created during pandemic. Tyler was in her garage and then choreographing with the dancers and choreographer. And then once the pandemic is gone, and then we started to have this full production. And she had been putting this production around the world. And she actually got the Olivier Award when she performed here in Sadler last time. So this time we are doing 4 shows. And before this, we were in Chicago doing Turn It Out with Tyler Pack. And before that, we were at Santa Barbara doing Robin's Festival, curated by Tyler Pack.
Amazing. And what will you be dancing here yourself?
I'll be doing 1,000 Orange, choreographed by Tyler. And then the other one is called Time Spell, choreographed by Tyler, Michelle, and Jillian.
Amazing. Let's talk about when you were made principal dancer of New York City Ballet. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was 4 years ago. So 5 maybe. I was dancing in Houston Ballet, and I got promoted after 5 years in the company to principal. And for 2 years, I was guesting with Hong Kong Ballet and also dancing with Houston Ballet. And Justin Pack, he found me in while we are creating his new piece, world premiere. And then he was like, do you want to come to New York City Ballet? And I was like, yeah, sure, like it would be amazing. But at first, I wasn't really sure because I was happy in Houston. But then later on, I wanted to try something new. And inside of Justin's movement, I find a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure how I'm going to do in Balanchine company.
Yeah.
Because, we train Vaganova. But then I was like, okay, at least we have a choreographer who is alive that able to cast me in his piece in the company.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's do it. And yes, after 8 months in the company, that's after pandemic, I got promoted to principal in 2022, May 20th.
Yeah, and that was quite a moment for you because you were the first Chinese principal of New York City Ballet and only the 4th Asian to hold that kind of rank.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Which I'm surprised, in New York, because in Houston, it was like, I don't know what number do I count, but like there's so many Asians there,
yes.
Chinese there. And one of the reasons I went to Houston Ballet, it was because Li Chunxin, he was the first Chinese principal in Houston Ballet. And so after I saw his movie, I was like, I want to go to Houston. And then when I find out there's no Chinese principal before, but it's a Balanchine company, I'm like, I don't know how it's going to do.
Yeah.
I think my parents did something to me that time. They were like, it doesn't matter what rank they give you, you need to challenge yourself. And then I made it. And I think, yeah, last year my mom finally told me, like, wow, like, Mom, you have such good vision. You push me to the boundary. And she was like, actually, I just want you to go. And if you don't get promoted, you might come back to China. She really want me to go home.
Yes, we will actually talk about your parents in a minute, and because that was really interesting when researching you, a little bit about your childhood. How did your teachers feel when you were promoted? I read that they celebrated that and they were really happy.
Like, I do have teacher all around. Like, I grew up in Guangzhou and Houston. There's a bunch of teacher, and my mentor, everyone was celebrated, and they were like, you now you're in one of the best company and hold this title, and you representing us. You should keep going, and sometimes during the season I'll have a burnout. I'm like, I'm not sure this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then my mentor would be like, if you don't change your mindset, you will go, you feel the same going anywhere. Like, if you don't feel challenged, if you don't make yourself feel challenged, there's nothing we can help you.
Who is your main mentor?
My main mentor, I would say, is Chun Wai. Each period of my life, I have different mentor. Right now, it's Chun Wai. He is a very well-known choreographer, artist, painter, and choreographer. A very good dancer as well. So he had been telling me what he have gone through with the dance career, helped me a lot.
Yeah? What was one of the biggest advices he'd given you?
I would say to find the happiness in life. Like, we are not chasing title, we are not chasing fame. How can you find joy within what you're doing? And that's something I almost lost. Like, I made it, like, I have the title, made it to principal, the first Chinese principal in New York City Ballet. And then I'll be like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
But then he'll be like, no, like, find the happiness with what you have. And then I realized, oh, actually, that's how I got here. I was purely enjoying dancing. I am like practicing, enjoying the process. Never thought of I wanted to make it to, the first principal in New York City. I could never thought of it.
Yeah.
It's too much to think, and I don't like pressure, but I do like to coach myself, to enjoy, and to put myself in that zone of the progress.
Yeah, so I guess there's a moment when, technically speaking, you've made it to the highest point. It's like, how do you become content with the fact that you are principal now? I think a lot of dancers could easily lose the sense of, like you just said, like, what's next? How do you keep your mindset as a growth mindset, considering there may be a point when you've done many things that off your list? How do you keep that?
I think when I was demi-solos, which is like choreography, in Europe, that time I learned I should be happy with what I have. Instead of I wanted to get promoted, I need to get this role, like, why am I not getting it? What is stopping me? And then I realized most of the things that I just mentioned, it depends on the director. If they like you, depends on the choreographer who is casting. I'm like, why am I going to put my happiness on someone's hand and not like decide it myself?
Yeah.
I look at the mirror, I'm like, okay, so if you think you're a principal, dance like principal, act like principal. So that was the moment I feel content. It wasn't after I became first Chinese principal. It was since then.
Yeah.
And since then, I am always happy. Even I'm covered, even I'm dancing or not, I'm like, okay, I made it as a dancer, professional dancer. That was it. And as long as you give me a stage, give me a role, give me a spotlight, a light, it doesn't have to be spotlight, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's really nice. So it's just about really knowing your worth within yourself and not relying on external validation or factors making you happy.
very much. Like it's hard to change someone else's perspective to you, but you are the one that made your world. Are you a principal? Do you want to be principal? Then act like it.
Yeah.
You wake up like a principal. You eat like a principal.
Which is ironic because then you became one, you know, because you kind of stopped caring a little bit or just decided I am this regardless of what the title says.
Very much. And also, I guess people would be like, well, then a lot of people, a lot of dancers, they think they're principal, but they're never able to make it. And I would be like, there are so many companies in the world. Like, why do you always like limit yourself to one company only? Then now we could change where we are. There's so many companies and we can try. And it's not that you're not good enough. It's just that your chemistry with the director and the need of that company, it's lacking.
Yeah.
Of that kind of dancer you are.
I think it does take bravery for a dancer to realize that a situation may not be serving them as much as maybe another one can. You know, we can easily get stuck or think, this is my dream company. I've decided in my head.
Yeah.
Even though it's not working out, I shouldn't leave, you know?
And I think I was like, why did I realize that? When and how? I think by traveling, it helped me a lot. Like when you go to different city, I will pick the city there's a big company, and then I would dance with them, and then realize there are more company than we think in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's almost just dropping the ego a little bit and allowing yourself, like you just said, to be happy and try new places that maybe weren't top of your list, but could bring so much more opportunity and happiness to you.
Yeah. And also from a management side of the company, or the director or the coach wanted to see you.
Yeah.
Like just show up and then let them know you exist.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about your childhood a little bit. Your parents, initially, you were taking swimming lessons. And you were quite interested in becoming an Olympic swimmer. Is that correct?
They want me to be.
Oh, they wanted you to be.
I did not know anything.
Yeah, you were quite young.
I tried to survive by the coach throw me into the water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally throwing you in.
Yeah, I did not like that.
No.
I mean, before the swimming lesson, I already like practiced with a pot of water, you know, trying to get my head inside and learn how to not breathe.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. So since the first lesson with the coach, I was like, no, could you please, allow me to not go to that lesson again? And later on, I realized that there's a reason they want me to swim, because I have a broad shoulder, big hand, big feet. That's that helps.
Yeah.
If you do the exactly same movement, then you probably swim faster.
Yeah.
But thanks to my sister, she started to dance, and I follow her every weekend. It's the best daycare for my family, for my parents who are very busy for their sweater company.
Yes. Were there many boys in the class when you were joining your sister?
No, like one or two.
Yeah, and that's when you fell in love with ballet?
I think that's where I showed the interest to dance. I would not say fall in love until later in my teenager. Like I always be like, I know I would rather do this than going to the school. And then later I realized that, this is a skill that I could have to bring me more experience to outside of the world, normal world of academic. And then I was like, okay, keep going. Later on, I think just the routine and everything. And then I fell in love. I think around 14, 15, I was like, I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah. How did you get inspired? Were you literally like watching videos or watching other dancers? What triggered that kind of aspiration, or was it the work mostly?
Not the work. The work is so boring, and so like at beginning, when we learn, it's so boring, and also it hurts. It's painful. But knowing that from the pain and from repeating all the exercise, there are returns that make me be more interested in dance.
Yes.
It's like if you show up, you do your work, you get your return, how much you want to put in.
Yeah. Because your parents wanted you to go more into academics.
Yeah,
like
anything
become a
but
lawyer.
dancing.
Yeah. So I read something really amazing, and I'd love to hear your words about this letter that you wrote them, explaining how you wanted to take a career or train in dance. How old were you when you wrote the letter?
I think it was 12.
12.
Yeah. It was just like broken language.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a letter to wish my dad happy birthday.
Yeah.
And I added, I was like, by the way, dance is something that I really want to do. Please send me to Guangzhou Art School. It's a boarding school. I promise you, I will behave. I will learn as much as I could when I return. To parents, they're like, wow, a 12-year-old kid, he's able to wrote the letter like that. And to my mom, I think my mom was saying, we just let Chun Wai go since, ballet is so hard and painful. Maybe he would give up in 1 month. That's from her perspective.
Yeah, and it sounds like she had that perspective for a while.
Yeah, always.
Always.
Yeah, before it was like, just let him try. He might give up. And then until
she's still waiting.
New York City Ballet, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about the training then. I'm really interested to hear what that was like in China. I'm sure it was rigorous.
Yeah. It's the training, the style is inspired by the Russian and Vagonova, and very strict in a way that from 6 a.m. to 9.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. I forgot. Probably 8 p.m. Like it was like a full day schedule. No weekend. Well, there's a weekend, but then not in our class. Our teacher gave me a lot of homework, and I'm the captain of the class.
Okay.
For 6 years, and we are in Guangzhou. It's not like Beijing or Shanghai. Most of the dancer dancing in different companies. Beijing Dance Academy and Shanghai Drama School. So we are always looking up to Beijing and Shanghai's student. And we are looking their videos, competition, first, second, third prize is always them. And I was like, if I go to a competition, I just want it to be named. It doesn't matter first, second, third prize. So with that goal, second year into the school, I was like, in 3 years, I want to go to this competition. And so every day it was like very focused with my technique, flexibility, artistry. It was like nonstop just for that goal to win or to be able to compete with everyone from Guangzhou and Shanghai.
Okay. Was there anything the school, you mentioned it was Vaganova, was there anything in particular you found that they focused on a lot?
I would say competition.
Okay.
I think because competition, it is one to make the company and the school famous.
Right.
So we are aiming to do a good variation. So we practice variation a lot. Like if we're going to a competition, there's let's say 2 variation. Then each variation we have to dance 6 times before we get notes.
Wow.
That's how much we do. And then people like cooking or like cleaning, they know the music because that's how much we're playing from the other building.
Yeah, that's amazing. So tell us about your big break. Like one of your biggest moments was Prix de Lausanne when you were 18. You were a finalist in 2010 and you did Albrecht's variation from Giselle.
Yes.
Tell us about that preparation and then actually going to Prix.
So, yeah, the preparation was from the like 2 years into the school, I wanted to do a competition in China.
Yeah.
But then one of the variation that I was practicing, it was Giselle. So I used that variation to pre. So we have to film. And 13 of us, all the boys, 6 got in to Prix de Lausanne
Wow.
to compete. And we were really excited to go there and to learn, and also knowing that that's a place being being selected to different company and school. We put almost everything in because I was not planning to go to university at all. So company and other professional school, that's my choice. And yeah, and it's a fun fact that I think my teacher almost got kicked out from the competition because he kept giving me notes.
Oh.
And in the competition, you cannot talk to your student.
Right.
But my teacher was like, point your feet. And so for 5 days, I consistently compete and also getting notes from my teacher. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
So I have a stress fracture on my left foot.
During the competition?
During the competition when I danced Albert variation before the final.
Oh, no.
So I couldn't do releve. And then before the numbers come out, I was like, I wish I'm not in final.
Yeah.
Because if my name is, I'm going to dance no matter what. So, and then x-ray and everything, they're like, yeah, stress fracture, but you have the choice to dance or not. They suggest no.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna stop me if I really want to do it. So yeah, I did it. So the video that you see with my face like like someone died.
In agony.
Yeah.
You must have been in pain.
I was in pain, so it was acting but not acting. Crazy that I did it. But I got into Houston Ballet with full scholarship and along with other places offer. So
wow.
that was like amazing feeling that
yeah.
Because the competition is not only seeing you perform, it's seeing you how you behave the whole week with listening the notes, how you communicate with the coach, things like that.
So what made you choose Houston?
Houston, because that year the winner, it was from Houston Ballet.
Okay.
And along with other two students, they made it to final.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did they do? What do they learn? How they dance? Who are the teachers? I was so curious. So since then, I had a growth mindset. I didn't go for the biggest city. I just went for the school that I think that I can learn the most.
And how was that experience when you first arrived in Houston? How was your English at the time?
It was okay. It was, not really good. Only know some vocabulary, but barely able to hold a conversation.
Yeah.
But then it's ballet, so I'm able to learn from the body language.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Yeah, that helps. Wait, are you from here?
Yeah, I'm from here. But obviously in Vaganovo it was all Russian.
Gotcha. Can you speak Russian now?
Da.
That's so good.
Yeah.
And you can teach like Russian teacher too.
Yeah, exactly.
You can mimic it very well.
Yeah. That's why I love to break into character sometimes, into a Russian accent.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But that's amazing. So, I mean, Houston Ballet, obviously just from me watching their videos of the dancers, they all seem extremely strong. What did you take from your time there mostly in terms of inspiration from other dancers or just general the work ethic? Because obviously very different from coming out of school.
Right. I would say I learned so much. Like without my experience in Houston, I don't think I could survive or even get into New York City Ballet. I learned how to dance. Both contemporary, classical, and other thing. I learned how to partner well.
Yeah.
And be very present of each lift, each push, like holding the girl on their legs, and how to communicate with your partner.
Yes. I've read you don't mind the female leading a little bit.
I don't mind at all.
Yeah, other than when it goes wrong, you take over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if we are both trying to lead, at the same time we are not listening. So I actually sometimes appreciate the female dancers lead a little bit, and then we can have something to work with. And the one thing that I cannot work with is that you don't tell me anything and you don't listen. So how are we going to make it work? Because it's a partnership. I want you to look beautiful too. It's not about me. I want you to look beautiful, and I don't need you to use that much energy before your solo. That's what I'm there for.
Yeah. So when you say listening, do you mean verbally or do you mean actually listening to each other kind of almost
Both.
physically?
I think, yeah, that's a very good point. Both. By listening, we're trying to do it. And also on stage, there are always things happen.
Yeah.
Sleep, music, different. And then you have to really listen verbally. Or even, I am also very good at talking with my lips. So I will talk on stage.
Yeah.
So that listen to.
Yeah. And what does that look like? Because, you know, we may have some male dancers. They'll be really excited that I have a male guest because they're always looking to get advice in terms of even just how to perform as a male or even partner. What does that look like in terms of, let's say, what are the key things you think a female would want out of their partner when you're on stage?
Oh,
From your experience.
don't let them fall, I would say.
Yeah, that's ideal.
Yeah, make them feel secure. Yeah, because it's very vulnerable with the female dancers. Like, there's nothing they could do by trusting you. So try as much as possible to build the trust, and not lose them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I forget a step and then the dancers in front of me slipped or like not able to save her, then they will always dance differently, because when they are not there, they will be like, I can't trust him. I'm not gonna, do it the way he wanted anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of factors there too. It's like what a female want is not one thing. It's like a whole.
Yeah, I feel like when you watch those couples on stage who really have that communication, and obviously experience is part of it, but you can see the total trust when it's there, you know, and the female looks so at ease, like, of course he'll catch me,
Yeah.
And I guess that's something that just time gives you as well.
Yeah. At the same time, I would say, besides technical stuff, like, be a kind person.
Yeah.
Like, when you actually dance with someone that it's nice, able to talk, able to chat, able to laugh and hang out, I think even though your skill is not, your partner's skill is not there yet, but then I think the female dancers would prefer you than a perfect partner, but then couldn't have any fun on stage and studio.
I think that's so true because, growing up, I've had partners who almost make you feel bad if you might do something wrong, or even if you ask them to maybe do something different. I think being relaxed with each other instantly makes it better, as you say.
Yeah, very much.
Tell us about, I've read there's quite a traumatic cramp story. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
On stage.
So that was the first repertoire I'm doing as principal in Houston Ballet, Swan Lake. And my parents come to town and see me perform. They haven't seen ballet that much, so they don't understand that much.
Right.
Rather than seeing their son be the prince, be the lead on the stage. And my parents, they will be asking questions like, why this prince would fell in love with a swan instead of those princes?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, good question.
It is a good question.
And so, that morning, my parents was like, oh, Chun, we retire and now it's good time to, take us to vacation. I was like, oh, actually, I'm going to Thailand. And their eyes was like, oh my God, Thailand. And actually, they have some girl went to introduce me to get married. And I was like, with this engaged management, I'm like, I am only, how old I was I? I was 25 or something.
Yeah.
So I think my whole body react differently. At the same time, I was dehydrated. That's why I drink a lot of water. The theater wasn't near the building. It was like a few blocks away. And with the Houston's weather, it's like draining. And then I overwarmed up. I really pushed from the beginning of the act, and we have 3 acts.
Yeah.
And so, during the Black Swan part of in the end of first act, I knee down and my calf was like, okay, oh my God. So now I shouldn't do anything. And I literally didn't do anything for 20 minutes. And also now I learned I should warm up for Black Swan.
Yeah.
But then because the cramp, I'm like, I need to take it easy from now.
Yeah.
So I just did the Black Swan part of it. Everything went so well. My partner actually was like, I've never felt that comfortable. But then doing my solo, I point my feet. Since, we were talking about how much they coach the variation. Besides Giselle, Swan Lake is not a variation that they coach. Like every single point, your toes, your bone have to be engaged.
Yeah.
So my muscle went zing, both calves.
Oh my God.
And another story gonna slot in is that one of my friends told me that he compete in Varna.
Yeah.
He cramped because with the jet lag, everything, he's still dancing outside. And when he cramped, he tried to point, but then he could not release. So he landed with his feet.
Oh, God.
So with that in my mind, the story, so during my Black Swan variation, I'm like, I'm not going to point then.
Yeah. I don't want to break my foot.
I don't want to break my foot. So I danced everything first half with spaghetti leg, just like this, doing double tour like this. And by the middle, when you do in the corner, you do pirouette before the peak elbows.
Yeah.
Usually I do 3. I try 4. I have been trying 4, and then I did 2, and my calf really cramped, so I put my foot down.
Yeah.
And then trying to PK, my back cramped, so I have to walk down stage. Actually, my dance partner, she was like, come down, the Black Swan.
Yeah.
Yuriko Kajia. I walked down off the stage disappointingly, and I thought the curtain come out. No, they don't care. They just keep playing and even faster.
Yeah.
So because since no one on stage. But Yuriko, my dance partner, she came up and improv my remaining solo.
Wow, so you walked off?
I walked off.
Wow.
There's nothing I can do anymore.
No.
I tried PK elbows and my back cramped.
Yeah.
I tried 2 pirouette, my calves cramped.
Yeah.
So it's like that kind of
your whole body
Charlie horses.
just went into spasm.
Yeah.
Wow. So now after that, are you traumatized? Do you drink a lot of water now? Or do you have things that
I'm traumatized. Like if there's a show tonight, then no one able to ask me to do it for Lao.
Right. Like
it's not about the company where I dance. It's just my experience. Like because once I cramp, nobody can help me. They will be just, I'm so sorry. But then I have to be the one that go through it. So now I'm like, if you have a show, then better take it easy. Otherwise, when it's too late, it's too late.
Yeah, that happens a lot in companies. You have in the morning a full dress run and then the performance in the evening. I always think that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, also depends on the dancers. How smart are you gonna be? Like, do you want it to just go full out everything? If your body, you sleep well, you drink enough, no experience with your parents asking you to get married when you're 25, like yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But if you are feeling something's off, then you have to really communicate with your body. What's your body telling you?
Tell us about how you fell in love with Balanchine and how you eventually went to New York City Ballet.
So, as I was saying,
Yeah.
Justin Peck was the key person to brought me to Balanchine company. And I always feel less as a Balanchine dancer compared to all the dancers who train from SAB, train with that style. Mm-hmm. And I also have some pressures from myself. Like, I'm not trained Balanchine, and now I have to dance a Balanchine piece in the center as a principal, while everyone else on the stage, they have do their workshop since school. Like, how can I be confident?
Yeah.
So I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, there's a reason they chose me.
Yeah.
And by dancing around them, it magically gave me so much Balanchine power
Yeah.
from the class on stage. Like, you can feel it. It's very contagious. It's like a language. And you have to be in that environment in order to speak that language. And now it feels like it's in my bone, and I want to dance faster, and I want to dance bigger, further, travel more, and all kinds of counting challenge as well. And at first, I would be like, oh my God, a lot of black and white Balanchine piece, it's so hard to count. How can you even enjoy it?
Yeah.
But then when I danced a couple of those, I was like, that is so much fun. I'm not sure how the audience is receiving. But then as a dancer, oh my God, it's so satisfying when you hit every count and you're able to dance that fast.
Yes.
And by the end, you probably are drained with the energy. It's worth it. It's so fun.
Were you ever, because obviously moving from Houston Ballet to then New York City Ballet, it's incredibly different. Like you said, you have to learn a completely new language and change the way you dance. Did you ever, when it was difficult for you, think, oh, maybe this isn't, for my body? Or did you feel like, oh, this was really right? Like, you found your place?
With some of the things, I'm always eager to learn and try, always. But then to a certain point, you'll be like, that's not comfortable. And you will, but with the things that you have tried, it's integrated to your bone.
Yeah.
And so you do it not the way you do it originally.
Yeah.
So it affects the quality of the movement. It might not exactly like what Balanchine style was, but then there are some sense of, it's like a mixed blood kid.
Did you ever find that your roots of your training helped you in any way later when you came to New York City Ballet? Because obviously you didn't train at SAB.
Yes, for sure. My training helps, and also the repertoire and the way how I worked in Houston helped a lot too. It's like a choreography.
Yeah.
Can you listen? Can you try it? Can you do it of what the choreography says?
Yeah.
And you do it. And find a way to do it if you can't. And at the same time, you wanted to make the coach and choreographer happy, but at the same time, you have to make yourself happy in order to look not so awkward.
Yeah.
So that the audience is able to enjoy. But if you don't feel comfortable, then that's not right.
Yes. Well, I think you've proved you're obviously a very versatile dancer.
I tried.
Yeah, I mean, you've gone from sort of heavy Vaganova to then Houston, a lot more free, I imagine, and kind of energetic.
And contemporary.
And contemporary, yeah. To then completely different again, New York City Ballet.
Yeah.
What would you testify your versatility to? Is it just a mindset of being open to learning, like you said?
I think it's the passion of dancing. I would say it's so tacky, but it's true. It's because each thing that I'm learning, it helps my express a character, a way how I move my body. There's more weight, there's more speed, there's more texture, so that the character could be more full. And I would not just pick one to perform my performance.
Yeah.
I'm using all of them, and why not?
Yeah. Well, I think you've not put any limitations on yourself at all. Like, if you've liked something or got a good feeling about something, you've then said, I'm going to try it. I think I can do that. And I think a lot of us tend to easily think, oh, I'm this type of dancer, so I couldn't possibly attempt that. Whereas you've done almost every type you can think of in terms of ballet style.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
It is, yeah. I have very honored and lucky able to go through this path. Now, it's like, how long can you dance?
Yeah. You've mentioned one of the most challenging ballets for you is Paquita,
Yeah.
the Ratmansky version. Tell us why that's super challenging
So challenging.
for you.
So it's all jump, like my variation. I think the partnering is fine. But the my variation is like the whole 8 count that is just non-stop jumping.
Yeah.
And one of the part in the end when you are super exhausted from the scissors, the double tour, and the diagonal back, and then now you're going into 2 phrases of a step that you have never done before, which is like, Italian frette, you
Yes.
do half and then half attitude,
Yeah.
half alassicon. But then this one is just that you jump attitude, and then by playing, you do 1 turn and then other attitude, like 1 turn.
Right.
Without half and half, and it's jumping
Yeah.
both sides.
Wow.
So that's the step that challenge everyone,
Yeah.
and it's when it's not on your leg, you will push to south very quickly
To the south. Yeah.
or north.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time when I did that, it's like a lot of you are live out on stage, and you come back with exhaustion and sometimes pain.
Yeah.
And that's not most of the ballet would give me. But then that one would like really push me to a limit.
From the short time I've spoken to you, you like a challenge. So I think, did you enjoy that regardless of it being super difficult?
Not at the moment, but then now when I think back, it's worth it
Yeah.
to go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us, you're passionate about wanting to reinvent ballet in a way, in terms of you felt that there's not quite enough representation for Chinese dancers, that there was a barrier. Tell us more about that.
At first, I never thought of it.
Yeah.
Like when I was dancing, I was like, oh, this is a ballet. Let me try it. And my teacher was like, before I choose the path of the ballet, my first teacher, she would be like, if you dance ballet, you could go to other countries because ballet is international art form. But if you study Chinese folk dance, you're only stuck in China, and it's hard to go to other country or other big city around
Yeah.
the world. So that's when I choose ballet. Can you imagine that time I'm like, oh, because I wanted to represent Asian to dance ballet? No, I was not thinking about that. And even after I joined New York City Ballet, I was like not seeing the issue so much. And I was purely think, how can I dance better and let people trust that as an Asian dancers, I could be a prince if I needed to. I could be the character that they have never seen an Asian person to play. And I wanted to challenge the audience and the repertoire. There's always a possibility with any race to do anything. And then, but since I became principal both in Houston Ballet and New York City Ballet, a lot of audience would come up to me like, I haven't seen a yellow skin, black hair person standing in the center of the stage doing ballet. And thank you so much for doing that. And every time when you stand on there dancing, they're feeling emotional and feels like Olympics. Like that's a Chinese flag flowing on the stadium.
Yeah.
And so that was my wake up moment of I'm not only dance for myself anymore. I'm dancing for a community that has been pushed back or lack of opportunities.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, what I can do for the next generation. so that everyone have the equal chances to get any part.
And do you think progress is being made with that?
Yes, I think just me keep dancing, even though I wanted to quit all the time. I'm like, you better keep dancing. Just me standing on stage, keep dancing. It would inspire more younger male dancers to be like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Or even female Asian dancers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, if he can do it, I can try it. Because if there is a seed planted on a little child, there's nothing else could do to stop them.
Yeah. I'm sure you're inspiring many.
I hope so.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What do you do in your free time as a principal dancer? I've read you like to play guitar and even sing karaoke. Tell us about that.
I love playing guitar, but I haven't touched my guitar for so long because I've been super busy dancing.
Acoustic?
Acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sing, only karaoke level. I think I dreamed to be a singer, a professional singer too when I was younger.
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, I don't have a voice for that.
So now just singing at parties?
Yes, and in shower.
In shower?
And in the car. Yeah, I also hang out with my friends. I love hosting workout session with all my friends and with friends that is not dancer.
Yeah.
So they could also experience and, led by the dancers how we work out. And they are super into it. And of course, we'll finish with a big meal after the workout. That's my goal. And I love to make connections with people.
Yeah.
And I think through ballet, a lot of people come to see the show and they would never able to meet other field if they would not, go through this community.
Yeah, very true. I'm interested in what you would want to do if you weren't a dancer, and you've mentioned you quite like to be in business, like an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I think that's the blood from my family.
Yeah.
And
tell us what they did again. They owned
they had a sweater factory.
Right.
And yeah, I was joking that one of the reasons that I am very good at partnering.
Yeah.
Because when they have to move a cargo of the goods, the sweater, I'm helping. I was helping overnight, moving, and so that's why my core and my arms stronger. The coordination of bringing girls and the box is similar. But I do find that business or entrepreneur is very similar to dance. You have to brainstorm, you have to work hard in order to get what you want. You have to interact with people. I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm entrepreneur, but I think I will always integrate and use my connection and knowledge that I learned from ballet world.
Yeah. I mean, it's, obviously growing a business myself, it's satisfying in the sense that, like you just said, you work hard for something just like the ballet, but it's also completely yours,
Yeah, it's true. And also, besides it's mine, I do want it to see what can I do to benefit other.
Yes.
I think that's also the key point if I do it. And the key point of being successful. Because if people don't need it, then it won't be needed.
Yeah. But sometimes people may not even know what they need.
Yeah.
And you can expose them.
And so we besides expose them, we create a problem. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I guess, we are in an era of AI. A lot of jobs will be replaced by AI. But then our body, but our health, the beauty, the art, it's very hard to replace by the AI. So I think ballet itself, it could be a very good business for us in the future. People would take more class from generation to generation, for themselves too. it's not for look. It's just to experience that, because once we don't have to do anything, everything have AI would do it for us. Then now we are here to experience the beauty.
Yeah, and the
art.
thing of it being live, seeing something real in the flesh,
Very much.
yeah, in front of your eyes. So in a way, obviously, people have talked about ballet being this dying art form.
I wonder who was that.
I wonder. But I hope, actually, with what you just said, that with the generation of AI and things like, you know, possibly jobs going out the window, that it should, and I hope it will almost help the arts have this kind of reincarnation of opportunity and interest, because it is this thing that will bring us back to the present.
Yeah.
You know, escaping this world of everything being automatic and automated.
Yeah, I agree very much.
Yeah.
We are lucky that we are involved with ballet.
So what is next for you? What's happening? Obviously, we've spoken about London. What happens after that for you?
I'll be dancing Chaipa with Mira Nadon in Riga, Latvia, and Diamond Padada with her. So it will be a gala performance. Before that, I just have a week of vacation, going to stay here. My sister in London.
Amazing.
Going to visit Amsterdam, one of my favorite cities. Take some classes, hopefully I could. And then, yeah, a week off before Chaipa, which I don't know why I made myself to do that.
Yes, very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
But
For
I'm excited.
for the stamina.
And technique.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything. Ballet is hard.
Ballet's hard, full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's harder when you have a break before that.
Yes, a week off.
Yeah. But I also needed a break. Our winter season, it was chaos in a way that I just like dance a lot and also rehearse a lot. That to a point that I break down and few times.
Yeah.
Had a breakdown. But you know, now when I think back, it's really fun to be in that environment, to have intense performance, even though when you're very tired and on the stage, you are not thinking about, oh, can I do this step well? You just like go and live it. Like during dance gathering, I was the purple boy. In the end, that also like the last piece of the season, I was just watching my hand doing this. And with all the lighting, you like rush through all the lighting and you drop your wrist. I was like, this like cinematic moment that I want to remember and maybe put it in my movie in the future.
Amazing. I just have one final question for you, because I think it's a topic that's spoken about a lot, and that is the importance of obviously technique, but also artistry and how the two go together. And I just wanted your opinion on what you feel is most important, and if there's a stage in life where one is more important than the other, and what maybe you are focusing on more so now, if there's one.
I think, unfortunately, we have to focus on both. Like there are certain time of my life I focus certain things more. But always once you conquer the steps, you're able to do it with confidence. Then you right away have to think about what character are you portraying. How can you make this character more alive? How can you make this character more you?
Yeah.
Because let's say Albert, it's Albert, but then how can you dance Albert different than anyone else? Then that's your experience of life.
Yeah.
Like, what would you react when this thing happened? Then you act it out so people could feel your pain. And so it's the same thing. Like, without the technique, even though you act it out, people will be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So both has to be very like it's always like they can live without each other as a performer. And I think now, slowly, I have to, I'm 33 now.
Yeah.
It might not last for over 10 years. So within these 10 years, my body and technique will go down. And I'm not trying to fight with it, because the more I fight, the more dangerous it is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna accept that, and seeing all the Gen Z dancers, they do anything, anytime, anywhere. It's amazing. And so what I need to focus is trying to contain my technique, and then how can I really pull out some of the feeling for myself to share with the audience.
Yeah.
Because now to a point that I don't have to get nervous before I go on stage. And that's a huge power that you could have.
Yeah.
And then now with that power turned on, then now you can release and reflect the feeling, and having conversation with the audience. The energy transferring.
Yes.
Because that's quite powerful. Like, I only have certain energy, but then when you're looking at me when I'm dancing, I could receive the energy, and I could give back more energy. So that's something that I have felt past few seasons with City Ballet, and I'm feeling still growing and trying to find what can I do in this stage of my career.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, Chun Wai, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's been a real pleasure and honor to chat to you today.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in London.
We do. Going to see Giselle tonight. I'm so excited.
Amazing.
So nice to talk to you, Isabella. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.